Welcome, friend. Welcome to Morrowind. Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the mystic and curse-shrouded land, Isle of Vardenfell, where the mountains are red, where the Argonian maids are lusty, and where the only orange psychopaths you're going to run into are high elves. And isn't that a step up? We're currently stuck in some Oblivion Plain or other, hunting the Skeleton King. And if I could be bothered, I'd put some kind of weird reverb effect on that, but I don't think I can. Yeah, it's been another week, but here we are. That's more than I can say for, sadly, some people that I cared about. We shall continue wandering our way through this very tall hall, looking for bits of loot to snag, and other bits and pieces that might be of interest, and see if we can either continue on our progress towards the Skeleton King or score some nice sweet loot. King's Retreat sounds quite helpful. Go and look at that in a sec. Of those, eh? Alrighty then. I know what's going on about the sound design of this mod in the last session, but I do like the background music that they've developed for these environments. And it's not super complex, but it's very effective, and that's not bad. And they've taken the time to do different sorts of things for, hello you, surprise, for different spaces, which is interesting. They put a lot of effort into this, and I appreciate that. I see, that's just steps up. I could go on up and continue around this thing. I am already going to the effort of just going around the other side of this, but let's see if the King's Retreat takes us anywhere useful. Bound Helm, huh? Okay. But an interesting selection of scrolls in these jars. Hello, Skelly. Fancy seeing you here. It's probably for the best that you all have rubbish equipment, because I'm already kind of making out like a bandit as it is. And while none of it's super power creepy so far, no, that's where I came in, that's right. King's thingy was around the next corner, wasn't it? It all goes into the gold pile, and the gold pile all goes towards paying my training costs to try to get... Hello, interesting. Curiouser and curiouser. Try to get my stats in some sort of order as I level up. Am I going to regret this? I am if I take another step or two, yes. Yes, yes, ha ha ha. Laugh it up, fuzzball. I mean, this is pretty spectacular. It's still taking hours. Particularly Morrowind's modding engine. You kids nowadays with your unities and stuff, you don't know when you've been born, you don't. Back in my day. Yeah, that's quite enough of that, thank you. I haven't really slept much in the last couple of days, so my ambient sanity levels are lower than normal, and that's a pretty low bar to go limboing under. I'm sorry about that bleeping. I will try to remember to cut it out, but I can't guarantee anything because, like I said, I've not had much sleep recently. That's up. Onwards and upwards then. That's a whole load of you over there. A big knot. Interesting. Suggests something interesting might be going on there. Poor white woe. I never give it time to really get a good feed. Magic enchanted equipment uses up a certain amount of energy every time it triggers. Out of the way. And they tend not to have vast amounts of charge, because the bigger the reservoir, the bigger the spell it can carry, and so the more energy that spell uses up. Another one, huh? Excuse me a second. Do I have any potions left? Do I have to try to take the time out to do a scroll or a spell cast? I have one. So you're all popping around for a go, are you? Come on then if you think you're hard enough. First rule of combat, always gank the wizard. Dear me. You actually knocked me down? My endurance must be out completely. Do I have an endurance potion? I don't know if I do. Because whoever runs out of endurance? Apparently I just did. Gonna be embarrassing. Particularly if he's knocking me down all the time. You can do some fairly insanely obscene things with endurance, with hand-to-hand combat. There are builds that will completely break the game where you just sort of run up and punch people until they're completely exhausted and can't do anything at all. It is quite funny, but it's definitely not a trivial play style. Random bits of food will not restore very much, but they will restore a little. Part health, is it? And that might give me enough for my potion, which isn't very fast, to start ticking up in a decent. I'm looking for foods that just have restore fatigue, because they're more likely to have a little bit more than just a single point effect. Well, I mean, I'll eat my sweet roll like a good boy, I guess. Okay, that's coming up nicely. So yeah, you can definitely get builds where you do enough fatigue damage with a single punch when your martial arts is high enough that you just basically run around and knock people down and exhaust them so hard that they can't do anything. Yes, I know. Let's just save quickly. Ice arrows, huh? Dearie me. Dread Frostbloom, huh? I don't feel very dready. Dreaded? Indred? Dreadful? Who knows? Who cares? Got a feather shield. Poison amulet, fine. Eagle eye charm, sure. Nice amulet, yes please. Could actually do some enchanting at some point. I heard you behind me, don't think I didn't. I'll be with you in a moment when time goes back to reality again. Enterprise. I'm never going to remember to use that, but it's sales bait. Sales bait, sales bait, sales bait. What do we think that is? Probably a soldier. Nope, not a soldier. Okay. Should have paid a bit more attention then. Coops. Oh, yes, yes, fine. We did have that thingy restore stuff. It was this stuff, wasn't it? Trauma root tea or something. Where did we use it? Oh. We saved after that. That's inconvenient. Okay. Right. Scroll. Oh, is it just actual me using Magicka? I mean, I'll take it. Forgot I had that. But let's look into a scroll as well. Oh, forgot I had that too. That'll be handy. You can't fail to activate a magic item. Blessed Shield. Let's see if I can just do one thing that... I know I did say I had 4 scrolls, didn't I? But let's look at something I've got 4 copies of. Pretty sure I said 4 anyway. Large glow. Let's let stuff tick up for a moment. I hear you. You wee scanners. Okay, you're not there right at the moment. Maybe what I hear is just ambient stuff. Guess I picked up something unnecessary. I'd love to be able to sort this by weight. Pound meat can go. Don't care. Human flesh can go. meat's actually pretty useful. Rat meat can go. Any other? Goros slice. I remember wondering about that last time, I think. Other chunks of flesh that I don't need. I'm not a butcher. Well, not that sort of butcher anyway. Let's go eat these. Okay, fine. Anything in here that's... Oh yeah, that's not worth keeping. Cool. Looks very funky, but not worth the money. 3 4, that's my thingy, 100. Personality and luck, well, probably, yeah, I don't really care about either of those actually. They're not really very important. I'm not going to try to do those to enemies. And how about chunks of random armor? I did that for the health thingies. No immediate candidates. Dump that. Can't dump that. That's the book bug again. I could try dumping those more expensive books, but on the other hand, why? Not sure what that is. Painting, I mean, it's quite valuable. That'll do for a moment. So let's start only picking up valuable stuff and seeing if we can avoid too much overweighting ourselves with nonsense. I mean, that'll be handy. Another thing with some healing on it. Scrolls never weigh very much. They do add up in the end, but it's a rare day when you've got to start going through your scrolls to throw them out. Gold, fortunately, doesn't weigh a thing. And isn't that lucky? Tourmaline, amethyst. I should dump some common soul gems, actually, because they're not that much use. They still have some weight. Petties don't weigh too much. That's fine. No, I was still trying to clear you out, wasn't I? Oh yeah, Amulet of Enterprise, very nice. Rings, yes, great. Poison resistance, meh. Round soul gems, heavy but still worth it. Right. I'm assuming that was most of our little things lying in wait round the corner. There might still be 1 or 2 left. Yep. Godfathers. Fine. Lich first and hope. This will probably end up in death. Yeah. Now. that. That adrenaline rush is useful. Too little, too late, probably. Oh, I already did it. Oops. Okay, so let's reload and get a bit more ready for that knot of horror. Maybe we can lure one or two things out rather than the whole pack plus a lich. And let's see. Blessed touch. An undead, huh? That'll keep them down for a bit. Casting chance is good as well. Okay. Let's try that. This could also be a horrible mistake. But if I can get them all running away for a bit. Then okay, you're the bound one. I don't have a huge amount of time. Do I chase anyone the right way? They still should come in staggered at least. Come on! Did you paralyze me, you bugger? Okay, so far so good, but now we have to do something else. Let's Blessed Touch again. If I can. Another one? That's annoying. Oh, a bunch of them, huh? Yeah, not a disastrous strategy, but tedious. So instead, let's try something a bit wompier. See what my scrolls are. I'm sure I've got at least some scrolls which are fairly effective, not amulet, obviously. Don't want that. Amulet, ring, shield, amulet, ring, ring, scroll. No. No. Not bad. Maybe. Try opening with that. Try opening with that. Still don't want summons, thank you. Some barrier scrolls might be useful. They last a bit. I could levitate. Makes it difficult for things to hit me from the ground. It's a bit offensive. Let's try Hellfire. Let's see how that goes, shall we? fast with that spear. I don't like it. You'll have to wait a moment. Okay. Let's retreat. Three of them possible. Probably when I saved. If I die, I'm going to go back to turning undead for a bit. Yeah, because you're coming from upstairs. I could do without you, frankly. Not without a bunch of healing potions, which I don't have. Right, none of you are actually long range, so give me some time. Let's double glow. And let ourselves heal while they chase us for a bit. And I mean, maybe this is a good time to just grab a chump. To open up a little bit of space. Could also have cast my Regarder in there. These buggers are a bit spicy. Yes, thank you. Adrenaline rush. And that last Argent Glow. I'm assuming they stack. Potions do. Looks like they don't. Okay. But I did have some. That should stack at least. And do I have time for one more thing? Sure. Bone Walkers should damage their strength a bit too, which will help. And I'm still wompy, so this should be enough to get the pair of these offensively sharp-sworded dry bone sacks down without totally getting chumped again. That'd be nice. I know I feel a lot overpowered a lot of the time, and I am overpowered a lot of the time, but Morrowind's difficulty is, as you can see, quite swingy, and it just takes a few of the wrong sorts of mobs to hand you your behind on a nice golden, or indeed limeware platter. An archer, you can shog off, my friend. You. That's offensive. I think I can damage race you. And if I can't, I'm fairly confident that I can cast something which does let me damage race you. As long as I don't get staggered too much, it's fine. Oof, I say. Oof. Cruel spark arrow, huh? Fine. Yeah, see, that's a rubbish sword. You're just offensively strong. That's a much less rubbish sword. So I'm not going to pick it up because I don't have the weight, but what do we said for a Daikatana? Okay, that was, well, that was certainly an adventure. How about that? There should be an unlooted Lich around here somewhere. But given how poorly equipped they normally are, I don't actually care. Wait, down? Really? Okay, I'll kind of a look. This is where I was waiting. You I have... Oh, I haven't looted you. Rings, thank you very much. Amulet, thank you very much. Chink staff. Tempting. But I am rubbish with the staff. Okay. Oh, this is a full circuit. This is where I came up. No, I'm lying. It's not where I came up. It's where I go up. Okay, I need to think about that health, but just give me a moment. Right, I'm sorry about that. I just had to go and stir the chili. Doing chili with lupin beans this evening. They're high protein, high fiber, extremely low carb. Figured I'd give it a try, and seemed pretty decent. So first of all, I need to get my health back. And now I've got a moment to actually spare. I can use one of these assorted nonsenses that I've been equipping. Carrying around. Not very fast, but given how dreadful my ability to cast Hearth Heal is, it's probably faster than trying to do it the traditional spell way. Plus, after this I can drop the shield because it'll be out of much use, and I just picked up a ring, which is lighter. So, shield. Thank you for your service. Where did I put my sparkly Tron shield thing? Here. Just check my other equipment while I'm at it. White bow. Bone Dancer gauntlets, yes. Adamantium gauntlet. Adamantium sleeve. Steel greaves. Tips. Tron pauldron. Steel boots. My orbital cuirass. Mentor's ring. A very, very boring shirt. How embarrassing. Actually, I'm wearing a robe. I'm just going to take that shirt off. Ugh. What was I thinking? My water walking trousers. The barrier ring. That all seems fine. Make sure there wasn't anything else I was planning to have on. That's the hat we were wearing. What hat are we wearing at the moment? You wearing a hat? I don't see no stinking hat. Why did our hat get removed? Did it break? It did. Sloppy, boys. Really damn sloppy. I could wear that for the moment. Seems appropriate. But I want to try to remember to repair that and get it back on when I get a chance. Opening stamina. Calamity Ring. Bones Wrath. Ancestor Amulet. Seals Amulet. Crimson Despair Amulet. Magister Robes. Distraction Ring. I am wearing 2 rings, right? Yeah, Third Barrier and Mentor. Can I do better than Third Barrier at the moment? Probably not. I suppose I could just put on a life ring. Or I could actually try casting Third Barrier. Like, that's actually pretty handy. Yeah, 15 points of shield. I could just remember I actually have a whole bunch of different barrier things. And do that. If you wear all of the barrier, or if you use all the barrier stuff at the same time, you are basically invincible. But it's a pain in the neck. Ooh. You break my weapon? That is offensive. Fine, where's my rapier? Okay, so the next question is, do I have any repair stuff? Because broken main sword is not really endurable. I do not. And I see this is before I dropped those broadly useless gems. I know I just didn't bother dropping those, but that's fine. They can go away. Okay. Should I go get some stuff? I'm about 40 minutes in, give or take. So I will try to get by with the poison rapier. And we'll see how it goes. It's fast. Which is nice. More stairs directly opposite. I don't see a whole horde this time, which is reassuring. And then at the end of the episode I'll go and get some repair work. They'll drop a portally save. You know, a mark and recall. Oh, it never rains but it pours. Right, that was a delivery of stuff that I have to go and take care of. So I can wait for a couple of minutes. I will get round to the stairs and make sure the coast is clear. Drop a mark, head to Balmora, get some repairs, get my proper clobber back on. Maybe nip. Yeah, maybe nip to the shack and put some crud away so I've got some more weight capacity. And then I'll have to call it an evening. Time and tide wait for no man. Oh, down in 1, huh? Apparently this rapier is pretty good. Right, let us start instantiating Plan A. First of all, mark. You get more marks as you go up in level, but I think I should be full up on marks at this point. Nope, not quite. Okay. Recall. Oh, I've still got 3 left. Wow. Loads of marks. Balmora first, thank you. Let's get repaired. Oh yes, I'm wearing a spoopy helmet at the moment, aren't I? Good to see Balmora.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, friend, what brings you here?
Hello, Wayne. I've come for you. Nah, just me. Joking. Repair everything, please. That's a fair amount of money. That's how it goes. Goodbye. Don't want to do anything else immediately. Well, I should put my regular things back on. Sort of white woe. And that brain helm. It says brain helm, but just going by the fact it's called hard mind, but fortify attack and resist normal weapons aren't really very brain, are they? Okay, let's go to the shack. Let's go shacking now. Everybody's learning how. Hello? Thank you. Right, weapons that I want to keep. That's expensive. That's expensive. That's expensive. It's not really expensive, but I'll stick it away just in case I ever need a bow. That's expensive and very enchantable. And that's expensive. That is what? That's nonsense. That can live there too. I've got arrows somewhere. Where do I have arrows? If I was a stack of arrows, where would I be? I'm going to be up there for now. Then I can worry about them later. I guess normally I just sell arrows to anyone in passing. Quite a lot of different arrows. Archery supplies, that's me. Silver weapons will damage ghosts and Daedra, including silver arrows, if you can't find a magic one. So, weapons taken care of. Do I have anything dwarven that I should be dumping? Maybe those coins which I need to keep on me. Fine. What goes in here? What goes in here? Tools. Keys. Do I have any miscellaneous keys I don't need? Helene's hut. Don't remember. I don't think I need it. Oh, Arkenfanged. You're not going to need that again in a while. Jagerloft I might need. Gadam Deus. Not planning to go back right away. I think that's okay. Caldera slave key is only going to be for Caldera slaves. Random storage key. Or our Hellas's key. No idea. Armor chunks. These hoods just because they're expensive. Feather shield. Don't need it. Wound shield. Don't need it. Tranquil's guys. Don't need it on me. Tranquil's Marrow. Nope. Civi, Divine Interventions. Amulets aren't really... What are they? Have I been dumping them in here? I have. Okay, fine. Opening. I'm never going to need opening. Got so many lock splitter scrolls apart from anything else. I want that. Not going to want that. Ghosts chumps anyway. Might just want that for another annoyance. I think I've got to give that to someone at some point. Don't want that. Don't need those. Distraction ring. Don't need those. That's all enchantable jewelry. Am I ever going to remember this is all in here? I mean, ever is a long time, isn't it? Surely I'll remember some time or other. It'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I am so very with it. And brimming with intellect and mental energy and stuff. So brimming that I'm now completely confused what just happened. Bones Wrath, yes, we said we keep that. Cians, I think we needed to keep that. Extravagant Sapphire, right, that's what we were. I see. The scroll bar vanished, and so everything got a fourth layer. That confused me. And, I've already got one plenty. Life ring, I'll keep those around. Use those for random teleports. Might want the pouches, or at least one of them. Take 5. Flea bite. Nope. So much of this is just vendor bait. I ought to have a separate vendor chest, but don't worry. I'm not going to do that to you. Fortify alchemy. Might want to use that next time I'm thinking about it. Ha! Next time I'm thinking about it, he says. That's actually pretty good too. That's just a flat malice to be hit. That's handy enough to keep. I'll do want to use that. Then we use the one I'm wearing. That's rubbish. Yeah, keep it around just in case I do eventually remember. Okay. Potion ingredients, they take forever. That's my weight. Hefty enough. Okay. I guess what I'm going to do for the moment is save it here, like so. And I'm going to see if I can make some health potions because I'm out of healing. And dump the alchemy stuff, which is just really... I mean, if you thought that last stuff was boring, the alchemy stuff is really, really bad. I'm going to sleep for 2 or 3 days to give my swords a chance to gain some energy back. And then I will go and blat myself back into position at the foot of those stairs. And I will see you again at that point. I'm not going to wait for my head to get screwed on backwards like I usually do. My apologies. I'm just going to get on with doing this because the stuff that I'm trying to put away still needs to be done. So, I hope you had a good time with this episode and enjoyed watching me get chumped repeatedly. And until next time, have a good one. See you then. Bye for now.